The holiday weekend turned tragic for a Lexington family.
Our Natalie Alicia talked to Tyler Smith's loved ones about how they want him to be remembered. It is our top story at 5:30.
Always a very positive kid, always able to see the upside of things. Family was everything to Tyler.
Family members say the recent Lafayette High School graduate was the kind of person who could light up any room, known for his kindness and the way he made everyone feel welcome. Whether he was working at Kroger or spending time with lifelong friends, they say Tyler always put others first.
Had goals, had dreams, had aspirations. He had just signed up to attend BCTC College, looking to acquire a degree in robotics.
Family says Tyler had big dreams and was preparing to begin the next chapter of his life after graduation. Now, instead of celebrating that future, they are mourning an unimaginable loss. A GoFundMe has already raised thousands of dollars to help Tyler's mother with funeral expenses. The family says the outpouring of community support has been overwhelming. But alongside that support comes unanswered questions.
Tyler could have been your son. Tyler could have been your grandson. Tyler could have been your brother. Would you want them to go unspoken of, unviewed, undiscussed?
I've talked extensively with the Smith family, and they are telling me that they believe many parts of this investigation have been either swept under the rug or done incorrectly.
I want people held accountable. I want people to know my boy meant something. Nothing will ever stop me until justice is served.
Tyler's family tells WKYT they have begun looking for information on their own in hopes of finding clarity. WKYT reached out to Lexington Police for details. In a statement sent to us on Tuesday, officers say the investigation into the shooting was ongoing, but they did not anticipate criminal charges. Tyler's loved ones said they hope this situation becomes a reminder of the importance of gun safety, responsible decisions, and looking out for one another. They say if sharing Tyler's story encourages even one conversation that saves a life, then part of his legacy will continue.
It is not a toy. If you have this to protect yourself, it shouldn't be out at a cookout, a hangout. We are not saying that you cannot protect yourself, but you all need to think.
In Lexington, Natalie Alicia, WKYT.